Question, my brother.
Mm-hmm.
Some feel a little different in the air these days. Some feel a little like there's a tinge of a spring in the air. Places getting warmer. Your body getting about right. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The energy is palpable. It's palpable. It is. You can taste it. I'm saying it tastes like ribs on a good ass Saturday or even Friday. You know what I'm saying? Even on a Sunday. You know what I'm saying?
Fair. Fair.
The feeling we feel right now is because it is Mania week. We finally made it. And you, my friends, are in the 2DopeMarks arena for another episode of 2DopeMarks. That's D. I'm Brando. We thank you for tuning in. Um, yeah, you can find us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram and Twitter at 2DopeMarks, where we're live on YouTube, Facebook, and also on Twitter. Like us, rate us, review us, give us 5 stars if you are so inclined. Because again, you can go to any other podcast in the world to get commentary about who's gonna win what, about certain innuendos in the business. You could get some history lessons, if you want to fill in the blanks on certain things that are going down. But if you want to just kick it and laugh and talk about professional wrestling in real life and the marriage of the two, and also, if you saw last week's episode, the ridiculousness of having enchiladas and fingers, uh, all that. You know what I'm saying? You get all that here. Tudo Marks live from the East Coast. But D, before I even say what I love to say to get you kickstarted, brother,
Mm-hmm.
what time are you touching down in Paradise, Nevada?
10:35. Is that Pacific Standard
Hold
Time?
on, the people can't even hear you, D. Hold on, the people can't even hear you.
For real? They can't hear me?
Can't even hear you.
Are you serious? What are we doing?
Either they can't hear you or I can't hear you.
I don't know. You can hear me. I can hear you.
I but you can hear me. Yes.
Let me check a setting right now because something's not right.
Mm,
Something's not right at all.
I don't even know.
Hold on.
Things going crazy.
Yeah, my mic's on. I'm
It's what
good.
you call technical difficulties. Now, I don't know where exactly the opposite side of the mic is to have things so weird and misconstrued because
You can't hear
you be
me?
talking. I don't it may be you, it may be me.
What is going on?
We'll see just a second. Let us see, because I can hear myself. I'm gonna say we
There
can
you
go
go.
to the sounder. We're good there. We can
I'm
go
on
to
there.
here and hear you for some reason. Okay, now we're good. Now we're all here.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Apparently it wasn't. I thought I had my in ears, but my in ears were like bullshitting. On me,
So
people. That's on
to
me.
answer your
Apparently,
question, I'll touch down at 10:35.
turns out 10:35. Okay, perfect. Cool. You touched down 10:35. I touched down a little bit beforehand,
Yes,
which
and we're gonna be hauling ass to a show.
yes, yes, we'll be hauling ass straight to the grand old Ashe Wrestling. We'll be
Hmm.
checking that out this week, and amongst other shows, we'll be checking out this weekend. So tonight's
Hmm.
episode is pretty much all dedicated to the greatness that is wrestling in Las Vegas, Nevada. Shout out to Karrion Cross, putting on for Vegas last night.
My man.
Um, yeah. Shout out to literally everybody who is traveling to Vegas for Mania
Mhm.
Week. Shout out to the folks who are not traveling. Said, nah, we'll catch it next year in New Orleans. Cause I mean, I get it. New Orleans is a
They
far
paid
set
their peak. They paid
city.
their peacock bill. There you go.
Yeah,
He'll
yeah,
see.
yeah. They paid the
He'll see.
Peacock bill, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he'll see.
Shout out to the people behind Wale Mania. Shout out Cash, shout out Wale, shout out the whole team, because we'll be there too. Thursday
Yes.
night is the official, the Cardinal official um kickoff to WrestleMania week. And D, we did Wale Mania last year in Philly. I will say that everybody was, cordial. Everybody kicked it. Everybody was cool.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I saw Akeem the African Dream pull up, but I saw some folks do the things. We saw What We Do with Beans and Freeway live.
Facts.
We saw Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes do a little impromptu promo battle in the building.
I saw some Samoan woman dance on my cousin and he fell in love.
Yeah, that did happen. That did happen. Do you want to get into Mania Week etiquette before we even get to
You know what? Yeah, you know
wrestling?
what? Let's do that first. Let's do that first. So, first rule of thumb: if you're going to Las Vegas, if you're going to any WrestleMania, bring soap, bring a toiletry bag, bring deodorant, bring lotion because it's going to be hot out there. Bring sunscreen. It's going to be hot out there.
So
next tip. Hold on, real quick.
Okay.
Make sure if you don't have your soap, your hotel should be able to supply you with a bar. It comes with the room. There you go. And wash your ass. You should not be smelling like old baloney.
And as always, wash thine ass. Yes.
Thine
Preach,
ass.
cathedral, church. Again, the way we discuss wrestling, again, the first time we even had an episode, we literally gave you the rundown for if you're going to Indianapolis, Indiana for the Royal Rumble. And we advised you then to wash thine ass, to not be musty. Especially this week. This week is pretty much the biggest wrestling convention of the year.
Yes.
Is a family reunion. You don't want to leave. Go be in the airport Monday morning at Harry Reid International, and you become the story like, dang, you remember that one mother? He was musty as shit. Boy, smelled like 2 skid marks on the back of somebody's neck.
What is wrong with you?
It was just a filthy situation, sir. And by the way, as I've done my etiquette and also done my recon, if you will, the weather this week in Paradise is the highs are the following: 75 on Thursday, 68 on Friday, 73 on Saturday, 81 on Sunday.
Light-skinned brothers, wear your sunblock.
Wear your sunblock and wear your hoodies. This is pure natural hoodie weather. You know what I mean? Just, I beg of thee, if WWE really wants to make some money, if Nick Khan and Triple H really want to bake bread this week, they would not be selling Travis Scott merch. They would not be selling them busted Cody Rhodes jumpsuits we saw last year. Sell WWE branded deodorant, WWE branded soap, WWE branded lotion, WWE branded Carmex. Any of those things. All we ask is that if you come into town, just know you're going to be around beautiful, amazing people, and you don't want to be the story for being the musty dude or the lip crack dude or the ashy dude. It's all we ask. Now, Wale Mania etiquette, it's real simple. If you see your peoples, dap your peoples up, offer them a drink. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a very fascinating night. You know what I'm saying? Samantha the Bomb, neo soul R&B legend out here in these streets. She gonna be there performing. I was thinking performing. There's gonna be a whole rap battle with Tay Rock and Co. Freddie Gibbs, is gonna be in the building. It's a master. Must say the night is dedicated to Jeff Hardy. So if you want to get your Jeff Hardy on in the spot, all that,
I'm not doing
all means go for it. Ain't no issue, man. Ain't no issue. Just be cool. Enjoy your time. Enjoy yourself. enjoy your libations delicately and know your limits. Because
Yeah.
Vegas is one of them cities where they do not play about you being drunk.
No.
And also, if you happen to go to a joint, an establishment where, as Juicy J once said in Alex Ovechkin's favorite song, if it ain't a
Bands will
strip
make her
club,
dance.
exactly, it ain't a strip club unless they showing. Be sure to go to the club that tells you ain't no pimping in here.
Yes. Because pimping ain't easy.
No, it is not. Words to the Godfather,
Mhm.
who might be making an appearance. Just it's technically his city. Just saying.
Yes.
Just
Pretty
saying.
much. Pretty
Pretty
much. And if
much.
you see us, say what's up.
Yeah,
Just
man.
don't be
We'll
musty.
be. Yeah,
Mm.
just don't be musty. We'll be taking in a lot of shows this weekend. We'll be taking in Ashe Friday.
Mhm.
After hauling ass from the
Mm-mm.
airport.
That's Thursday,
No,
brother.
Thursday. My apologies. We'll be taking in
Mhm.
Ashe Thursday. Uh, we will probably power nap and go take in Hills Have Eyes on Friday.
Yeah.
Um,
Thursday's gonna be a long night.
Thursday's gonna be a long night. It's gonna be a long night.
Yeah.
And then you got Mania. Any other indie shows, what I'm saying, that are taking place, let us know. Drop us a DM on Instagram at 2DopeMarks, or hit us, I must say, reply to us on Twitter. We'll we'll see what our schedule's looking like. We'll try to hit things up, man. We'll try to hit things up.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. For sure. But again, it's Mania week.
Yeah. Yeah. Mania week is here, man. How do you feel about this? The build, so to speak, man. I know we've had 10 weeks, so to speak, since the Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a lot of, different energies come around. We've had Jey Uso get serious. We had Gunther get a little deranged. We had him beat Jimmy Uso up like Ivan Drago did Apollo Creed. We
Facts.
had, what I'm saying, we had Favor Mania between CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. We've had Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair get to a point where somebody got so disrespectful. I thought, the tool was going to get brought out.
You know, my favorite part of the whole build-up was?
What was your favorite part of the build-up, sir? A WWE studio production. This is the braid of our lives. Way to use my own shit on me. Way to use my own shit on me.
You see what I did there?
I did. I did see what you did there. So, for those who don't know, Braid of Our Lives is what I refer to as the greatest soap opera within the WWE, and that is Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, Naomi. We got two of those women in a match for the first, I must say, making history as the first title match between two female wrestlers, two female superstars, I should say, at Mania since 2003. This is Mania 19. So we're coming close to like about 20 years or so. Or maybe a little bit over 20 years, if you think about it. We got that. We got, Bianca Belair, Miss 4-0 in WrestleManias. Going for the Women's World Championship. We got everybody doing press. Jey Uso was on Sneaker Shopping with Complex, talking about
he was on what you call it too. No Contest as well.
He was on No Contest. Shout out to O'Shea and T. Also, Jay was like, "Nah, I'm the one that really put Roman on the sneaker shit," and I was like,
I can
see that. I can see that. Right. We got some beef per se on the internet involving which tag team titles should be defended at Mania versus which shouldn't, between the Street Profits and the New Day. It's a little black on black crime that I'm not necessarily a fan of. You know what I'm saying? It's just that. Hey, man. Mania is Mania.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think the biggest thing what people should be, I think they're arguing over the wrong shit. Chelsea Green should have a match, though. Shorty been cooking.
Yeah.
Shorty been cooking, man.
Yeah. Chelsea Green should definitely have a match.
Yeah, she been cooking. And I
I'm
don't think
not.
I don't think they were prepared for what she was going to do.
That is true. I think that what Chelsea Green has been is absolute gold for that mid card division on SmackDown.
Yeah.
I think what people feel is that the mid card division on SmackDown for not just the women's United States Championship, but the tag team titles, even the United States Championship, like it feels a lot more fleshed out than what is going on Raw. And hence why they're like, yo, we need these people in matches. But
right.
And ultimately, it all roads lead to our two main events. You know, we got Seth, Punk, Roman, and then we got Cena, Cody.
Right.
Are there any curveballs you think that could make this build be like it will? I'm sorry, it could take this build from being like, all right, we got here to wow, I didn't see that. Like, is there an Easter egg or something that you thinking that could
You
like
talking about
really
in that
just?
in that triple threat?
I'm saying in general.
In general,
Because the triple threat is looking a little bit too much like we said a couple weeks ago.
you're going to
With
see. So to be fair with you, asking the question a little extra like early because that's going to come in my Mania predictions.
Okay,
Yeah, that's going to come with that. So we'll see when we get there.
okay, all right.
Yeah.
My thoughts on the build in total. I mean, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you're gonna get something like as saying Magna, not Maga, Magna, like
Bro, I
like
was like, huh?
lava, that type of like
Magma.
molten lava. You ain't gonna get something that's like molten lava hot.
Magma.
Yeah, you ain't get something like the aggro crack. Yeah, thank you. You're not gonna get something that is molten lava hot like Mania 40 was. It's just not gonna happen, right? You can't get that every single year. There are some times where the Mania build is gonna be like, but then the card itself is fire. My biggest case in point, Mania 31.
Is that No, that's not Dallas.
That's Santa Clara. That's Heist of the
Yeah,
Century.
that's Frisco. That's Frisco.
Yeah, it's Heist of the Century,
Yeah.
right?
So that's to me, that's probably been in the past, let's say 10 years, one of my favorite manias because it was so downplayed. I didn't want to see Roman. I wasn't a Roman fan at that point, and fuck, bro. Like, that's how I feel.
I mean,
But
he's pretty much persona non grata now. So
yeah, so like that right there ended my night on a good note. I am a big Seth Rollins fan. Like,
right.
Shout out to his wardrobe too.
Shout out to King Troy. And also shout out to Becky, who apparently might be done with wrestling. Which
you know what?
I
respect it. I respect it. You want to be a mom, like respect it. You done did what you need to do. You made the money, and your husband is doing his thing, providing. Like, do what you gotta do. Like, and you can always come back later on.
Yeah, she can. And I just think that if you look at her resume, there's a lot of firsts on that motherfucker. Sure. A lot of firsts, right? There is the fact that she main evented Mania before anybody else in the women's division, not counting Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair. She walked out of Mania with all the pyro, and she bought Becky 2 belts, right? She had a character, she had a gimmick per se with the man that took an accidental act of legit violence and turned it into the most over thing in the company, perhaps the most over woman we've seen in the industry, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's not much else for Becky to do. I mean, she wrote a New York Times bestseller about her time in wrestling. She's married a great guy who's going to help provide, and she's a mom, as you said previously. Like, that changes a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, again, she's going to probably the first horsewoman. If you're talking about, put her in the Hall of Fame now. Yeah, she'll probably
I would take that, but I don't think they'll do that first.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
You know who they going first. It just is what it is. Nepotism is a motherfucker.
Man, I thought you said it on, but they're gonna let Pam in there real quick, fast. But okay,
Listen, I'm putting
I know
Pam
the
in
real.
first.
I know
Listen,
the
I
real.
love me some. You know, I love me some Pam.
I know. Just like Martin did.
Shut up.
Just saying, dog. Just saying. But you want, and this is kind of quiet as kept. I don't think a lot of people will think this, but I will. I'll say this. You know what had a very like weird build, but got saved by a hype video?
Who?
Mania 17.
Just one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because
That's
you
still
had
the
to.
greatest. That's still the greatest hype build of all time for me.
Yeah, it's up there. Reason why
Are
you
you
can
saying it because it
like,
was in your city?
I'm not saying because it was in my city. I'm taking the Houston bias out of it. What I'm
Okay.
saying with Mania 17 was you had it pretty much set with similar. You had it set with Stone Cold winning the Rumble. Rock got the title back off Kurt Angle at No Way Out.
Right.
You even had a dope ass 3 Stages of Hell match between Austin and Triple H at No Way Out.
Facts.
And the following 6 weeks afterwards, it's like, oh, Deborah's managing The Rock. Oh, it's like, let's kind of play up on Macho Man and Hulk Hogan, right? Lead up to WrestleMania 5. Didn't need it. The whole thing, all it needed was them having that interaction with the beer.
Yep.
Them having that sit down interview with Jim Ross.
Right. Wasn't that the karaoke? Wasn't that the karaoke thing too?
Nah, that's 03. That's 03. That's the
okay.
That's the
Okay.
third one. So all you needed was those two things, and then the rest they just had to fill time.
Yeah.
They had to fill time.
But you had two of the greatest filling their time just by talking and shooting the shit. To be honest with you, I can, and anybody can be, feel free to tell me I'm wrong, but I see that same chemistry with Seth and Roman.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They're on a we will do this forever type situation.
And then in the future, you could probably move that along with Sammy and KO. You know, KO get well. Even though I don't think that man is really hurt.
Nah, I think he is. It's been
listen. If he is, I wish my man the best. Like for real, because I didn't see KO take some fucked up bumps.
You know what's crazy? He even said it wasn't the ladder match that really like said, "Oh no, I need to get this." It was some regular degler match with Rey Mysterio, something like that.
Oh wow, okay,
yeah, regular match on SmackDown. I was like, oh, okay, something's up.
You know what though? Like we haven't chimed in on it. Like KO is one of my favorite wrestlers, heel to face. But listen, get well, buddy. Like I'm really gonna miss my KO Mania shirt. That's the one shirt that I have from every Mania. Like KO Mania shirts are my shit.
Yeah, we might have to get that one kind of like the Kansas City Chiefs 3-piece Super Bowl t-shirt that they give away to the kids in other countries. Don't worry, there's a Houston Cougars national championship t-shirt over there too.
Okay. There might have been a Philadelphia Eagles one in 2022.
Yeah. There probably is too. Probably is.
I would have took it. You ain't had to send it to 1 cent for a child every week. You could have sent it to me. I take
you ain't need the Sarah McLachlan music. I'll be there for you.
No, just give me the fucking shirt. Just give me the shirt.
Just give me the shirt.
But look, funny story real quick. Why did my uncle have a homeboy that went to that Super Bowl and brought back the program for me? I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this?
Okay, so you know how black people enjoy bringing back programs from funerals? No?
No, I know, but for what?
Something to have on the mantle, dog. Something to have on the mantle. Look, you gotta.
I'm not putting that program on the mantle.
I mean, brother, you got stuff over here in my crib that you're going to put on the mantle from that day. So it is what it is. It is what it is, man.
Speaking of that, I need my ESPN magazine.
It's it's down there. You got this. You got it. You're good. You're good. I
See you
got
in
you.
a
Don't
month.
worry. See you in a month, brother. See you in a month.
Mhm, mhm,
Besides Mania Week, before we even get to the WWE portion of Mania Week, well, now I would say the WWE. I mean the main roster portion of Mania Week.
mhm.
We got Stand and Deliver Saturday morning, um, 10 a.m. local time in Las Vegas, 1 p.m. if you or I were still at the crib.
We might have to order room service and like
We
catch some shit
might
real quick.
we
Like
might I
for
would
real.
if we might have to tiptoe over to Caesars, go there, hit that little buffet they got, and
We can hit the buffet. We can hit the
yeah,
buffet.
we can hit the buffet. We can hit the buffet. But NXT is having their stand and deliver, their quote unquote mania, and when I say it's black as hell, it's black as hell, brother.
This has been the hardest card for me to predict.
It's gonna be black as hell, dog. It's at the T-Mobile Arena in La Vega in Paradise, Nevada, and it involves so much goodness, man, so much goodness. So for what we have, it's a 5 match card. I mean, something may change tonight on NXT because NXT starts in 18 minutes on the CW.
Facts.
So so basically what's gonna happen is this. We have as like again, like Dr. Dre had on the intro to the Chronic, like we always do around this time. It's always a ladder match at a stand and deliver for that North
Shit.
American Championship,
I'll
regardless
take
of
it.
gender.
I'll take it.
Regardless of gender. So we got right now, so far, we got Zarya, Kalani Jordan, Soruka, Izzy Dame, and 2 people who will qualify tonight for the Women's North American Championship.
Who are the two?
I don't know yet, sir. I don't know the other two. I forget. I
See,
have
see,
to.
that's a hell of a prediction. Like that's crazy. If we had to leave so early in the morning on Thursday, we would have done this shit tomorrow. That's
Mhm.
fucked up. But if I have to give my prediction,
Well, hold on. I think I may be able to help you here. I may be able to help
okay,
you.
okay.
May be able to help you because there's a lot going on tonight, really.
As I'm
Because we're
watching
gonna find
the
out
Magic in Atlanta right now.
exactly. It's a lot going on, including NBA playing tournament. We got tonight. We got Ethan Page, Lexus King, Wesley, and Eddie Thorpe in a fatal 4-way to determine the #1 contender to Ricky Stark's North American Championship. That's tonight. Then we also got a tag team gauntlet match to figure out who is going to be squaring off against
What
Fraxium
fraction?
for
Yeah.
the NXT tag team titles. That's also tonight. So it's yeesh,
So
it's mean.
who the contender who's fighting tonight for the tag team title?
We got Josh Briggs and Amora. We got no catch quarter crew. I mean, no quarter catch crew. Good grief, sorry. We got Hank and Take. We got the Culling, and we got our boys Tyson DuPont and Tyreek Igwe.
I got no
And
catch.
I got okay.
I got no catch because Praxium, like you seen how Nathan Frazier and Axiom have both been on the main roster, like teasing for certain matches. Like they're
Mm-hmm.
gonna lose that title. It's just a matter of who they're gonna lose them to. You know what I mean? And then and the process of elimination is who does W or NXT or Shawn Michaels trust enough to let them carry that. So I'm gonna go with no catch.
All right. Um. Hmm. Pause. Let me think about this. I think I like no catch for that. I also think I like Ethan Page to be Ricky Stark's first real challenge for that
I'll
NXT
say
North
that.
American Championship.
I'll match you on that one.
Okay, well,
I'll match you on that one for sure.
we match splits on that one. Okay, cool. I
Yeah.
don't know who's going out. Must say of the 4 names between Zarya, Kalani Jordan, Sol Ruka, and Easy Name.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna go
go
Sol
with
Ruka.
so it's for the North American women's title.
Correct. Yes.
Kalani Jordan.
Oh, you say she running it back?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm. I think I like Solo
my
more
heart,
than this one, though.
my heart's telling me that, but my brain's telling me Soul.
Okay. All right.
Because that's Soul Snatcher, baby.
She's going to do it off a ladder. I know that for certain.
That's just gonna be a spot. I think Kalani still wins.
All right, that's fine.
We will see.
We'll see. We also got the other two big main events, which are Stephanie Vacquier, champ, versus Julia versus Jordan Grace versus Hey Miss Parker, Jada Parker.
Why would they do this to me? Why would they do this to
mean,
me?
This is the inverse of Big E's big meaty man slapping meat.
If you ask me who I want to win, Miss Parker, baby, talk to me. But I don't think Stephanie losing that shit.
So, as much as I think that a Jada Parker victory would ignite so much,
man,
because I feel like they got something with her. 1,000% they got something with her. I think it's gonna be Stephanie's going to retain, but Jordan Grace is going to take the pin.
I could see that. I'm sorry, I'm staring to my Booker mind. Like, you don't want Julia to take another pin. You're building Jordan Grace up.
Wait. As in, you got the book like your Shawn Michaels brain or your book?
Yeah,
that brain.
No, I ain't doing that. Yeah,
I mean, it does involve.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not.
It does involve Stephanie Vacquier, so I'm just saying.
Stephanie wins, but as a booker, Julia takes the pin, like she has to.
Again?
Yeah, because you're trying. Jordan Grace bigger than me and you. She's a juggernaut.
You're right. I was in the gym.
The juggernaut. But shit, I go to the gym too sometimes, but I ain't that.
No, you know what? If you were 6'1" with muscles, I'd be like, why are you not in the WWE ring right now?
If you ask me about 6'1" with muscles, why am I not in the UFC?
Either one. I mean, hell, it could be you and Kevin Knight.
That's fine. All right, big dog. Let's rock. Let's cook.
Just saying. Also, shout out to my man Bang. He was at Windy City Riot in Chicago. This past week. Saw Tanahashi's final US match.
Have you seen Tanahashi? Have you seen Tanahashi live yet?
No, I've not seen Tanahashi live.
Man, he high fly flow.
But I'm pretty sure that man got knees like Robert Parrish now, dog.
He got knees like Allen Houston.
Oh,
God. That's bone on bone.
Bone on bone. Ain't no Carlos in that mug. But yeah, he lost because he lost to Kasuke Takeshita. You know, I mean, it was a good card. It's a good card. I mean, I figure as time progresses, we're gonna be just going traveling and seeing more shows. But just wanted to point that out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just wanted to point that out, just because of Stephanie Vacquier, because she was at last year's Windy City Riot, working for New Japan, and now she's.
You know what? To be honest with you, in my opinion, Stephanie Vacquier is the like belt to belt. Like as a pure wrestler, she's the best to me. I don't care what people say about Julia. I don't care what people say about Roxanne. Like Stephanie got it. She got it. She gives me for real Oscar vibes.
I kind of want to see them go up when the Oscar gets healthy.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
Not gonna hold you. All right. Well, we got Steph returning, but and basically what could amount to a loser leaves NXT match. Obafemi is defending his title versus Trick Williams and Javon Evans in a triple threat match in the main event.
What, loser leaves like who gets pinned?
Nah, loser gets probably get called up to the main roster.
I got a rep for the skinny dudes. I'm gonna go Javon.
Ooh.
I got a rep for the skinny dudes.
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
I told you. My shit about to be different.
Ooh. Okay. All right. Well, I got over
NXT about to
retaining.
be bouncy.
All right. I got over retaining only because it's gonna set up a Oba versus Javon solo feud, and Oba's pretty much gonna get Trick out the paint and send him up to the main roster to
We
go
know what
reheat
trick.
Carmelo
We
Anthony.
know what trick. Yeah, we know what trick. But trick is going to the main roster. What's going to happen is you see what DIY is doing right now. DIY had the greatest feud of NXT ever. And tell me I'm wrong or share your opinion.
Oh, I thought you were gonna keep going.
No, I will, but I'm just giving you that space to talk
Okay.
about it.
Do I think that DIY, Tommaso Ciampa, and Johnny Gargano's solo feud is the greatest feud in NXT history? Yes.
Thank you.
It
So
is. It is. Yeah. It's the
right.
top one because yeah.
So I say what I say when it comes down to it. Wrestling has a thing of redundancy. So we know what Trick Metal Gang looked like. That was one of the biggest feuds or the biggest storylines in the past 3 to 4 years when Carmelo won the title, when he lost the title, when Trick won the title, or before he won the title. So you send Trick up to the main roster and you let him cook with Carmelo. He'll see him one day, not immediately, but he'll see him one day. So yeah, Trick was never going to win this at all.
Not in the least. Not in the least bit. Not in the least bit. But I think there's gonna be a full blown reset on the main rosters anyway after
Facts.
Mania, and a lot of it is sink or swim. Some people actually need to go back. I feel like some people need to go back to NXT just to kind of get like that.
I want to ask you
rhythm.
Afterwards. You can say it now, but I
Get that rhythm back. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think Carmelo needs to go back to NXT, but I think Carmelo needs to be more so in that US title picture.
Oh yeah.
Just keep him far the fuck away from Jacob Fatu. But keep him around, you know what I'm saying, the LA Knights, the Braun Strowman. Like he was doing good work. And he was getting on people's nerves as a good, decent chicken shit heel.
He doing his job. Melo will always have a special place for me because he works.
Yeah.
Like eventually, I say within a year or two, IC title is something for me that I want to see him get.
That and if you got him going head up with him and Miz versus Street Profits, give me that Miz, not that Miz. Sorry, I love the Miz, and I love the Miz's work. Give me that Melo Montez Ford match. Give me 15 minutes. Letting them cook. Both, I say Angelo can be on one side.
Miz you heard it here first. You hold on. Replace Miz. Future like
Trick?
Yes, in the future. You see what I'm doing?
Either way, yes.
Either you see what I'm doing there?
Either way, give me, you know what I'm saying, a dude who should have had a singles push a long goddamn time ago, and another dude who was on the cusp of doing something great. And is Cody Rhodes' best friend on the main roster in a sense, because he always rehabbing, making sure he look good. Give me a match between them two.
Yeah.
Give me a match between them two. All right. That closes up the NXT portion of the show. Before we get into watching what goes down on NXT proper tonight.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, sir. Are we ready to go through this long ass 2 days?
Let's go.
All right, man. All right. It's Mania. We are finally here. WrestleMania Saturday. A decent start time. Mania Saturday of the last couple years, since they've done the 2-night Manias, has been arguably the better day of the two.
Yeah.
Go back to Dallas. Go back to LA. Last year in Philly, I think Mania Saturday was better than Mania Sunday, even though Mania Sunday had the better quote unquote ending, if you will.
It was actually colder on Sunday than it was Saturday. So Saturday was
Don't
my
fucking
favorite day.
remind me how cold that shit was.
Shit.
God dang. Oh God. See, I even had to freeze up for a second just to, get that part right. All right. Also, why the hell they got WrestleMania patches? That's wild. Okay.
Patches?
Patches. You know how like they be wearing, you got the Super Bowl jersey
Yeah.
and it has an official patch.
I mean,
Yeah, man.
right now, that's stupid.
Brother, it's called moolah.
It's
called
called some
moolah.
dumbass gonna buy that shit. Simple shit.
I don't know what you would put on it though. What are you gonna do?
I'm not buying it. I don't know.
Oh man.
Only thing I
Wouldn't buy
plan
it
on
either.
buying for Mania is a Triple H Hall of Fame shirt. That's my
Okay.
vote. So
All
that's it.
right. All right. Well, here we go. Here we go. So on Saturday, we got Jade Cargill and Naomi. I'm not thinking that's the opener because I know it's probably gonna be Gunther versus Jey Uso.
Yeah, absolutely. So no, just throw them out there.
Yeah, man. All right, Jade Cargill and Naomi, dog.
Uh,
Great of Our Lives, Part 1.
Can I do it again?
It's your show.
Hold on. So, in the moment,
Mm-hmm.
this is the match. This is the build up to the match.
Yes.
On Saturday night. Narrated by your own Brando.
A WWE studio production. This is the Braid of Our Lives.
So with that being said, I got Naomi.
So you proceeding with caution by picking Naomi, who is also going to be at Wallet Mania as part of the Masked Man's show's live episode.
Listen, Trent been cooking. Trent been cooking for the past 10 years. She left and came back like she never left. Let's be real. Trent been cooking. I would love for her to put over Jade, but she deserves her moment. She deserves a moment. I'm going Trent.
You know what? I feel like it would be too easy and too clean to let Jade just be super strong, Hulk up, and lay Trent down with a jaded. The entrance is gonna slap. I'm gonna say that much on both ends.
For sure.
They're gonna slap.
For sure.
But who do I want to win this match? All right. So here's what I want to have happen. I want Bianca Belair to come up in the middle of this damn ring and act like Janet Jackson in Why I Get Married To, talking about fix it. Fix it. And instead, both Naomi and Jade tell her to go sit her ass down somewhere because she ain't decide. You want to jump in now and speak on this? No. Sit down. We're going to fight. That's what I want to have happen. I also think Naomi's going to win because of shenanigans.
I'm with it.
I also think Naomi's going to win because of shenanigans. Because again, like you don't build the storm. Must say, Jade Cargill is a built-in superhero. She will be fine losing a match to a vet at WrestleMania.
The problem is,
go ahead.
No, the problem is Jade has only wrestled one match since she got hurt. So I feel like they're gonna boost her up. But the way I feel, the way I think, it's gonna be Naomi.
All right, cool. This is we had to put El Grande Americano, aka his I'm sorry, wait, that's not he says it ain't Chad Gable. All right, I'm inclined to believe him. So it's El Grande Americano from the Gulf of America versus Rey Mysterio, aka the King of the Luchadors.
I'm gonna go with Ray.
All right. I will go with Ray, and I will go with El Grande Americano losing his mask.
Fair.
That's where I would
Fair.
go.
Fair.
All right. So that was quick. I mean, hey, that is basically for all the people who are asking, hey, why isn't the guy who has a very similar build to El Grande Americano, why wasn't he on the Mania card last year? Well, it's on the Mania card this year. So hey, do with that what you will. Next, we got the rest of these is title matches. Well, outside of the main event. For the United States Championship, LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu. I've got a feeling I already know where you're going with this.
He's a Samoan version of me.
Yada I mean. That's all I got to tell you about that. Yada I mean. Yada I mean. All right. Next up, we got the World Tag Team Championship. We got the War Raiders versus the New Day. This kind of goes into the another segment we're about to get into a little bit later. But go ahead, D. What we got?
So here's my problem with this whole situation. I am a Hanson and Rowe, Eric and Ivar historian from Ring of Honor, NXT, War Machine, rebranded, all that simple shit. I never root against anybody black, but in wrestling, it's different.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see these boys. I would love to see the War Raiders win because they've earned it. They've had the NXT titles. They've been hurt and they've moved. Like they're a phenomenal big man tag team. If you want to go back to big man tag teams, you will go Legion of Doom or Demolition for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
To be athletic. Although I want the War Raiders to win, part of me wants the New Day to win because they've been cooking too. So I'm gonna go New Day.
All right. New Day needs to win these titles to justify the heel turn.
Absolutely. That's why I say what I said.
I low-key want Big E to come out and cost the New Day the tag titles. But as I just said, you need them to win the tag titles to justify the heel turn. Because I feel like a bunch of tag teams having to chase them on Raw is a far more interesting and a far more fascinating story. And wondering how are they going to get their comeuppance than the War Raiders retaining.
Facts.
So I'm gonna go ahead and go with the New Day. I'm gonna go with the New Day again, just to pay off the whole thing. And I think this is a beautiful thing that is, you notice a lot in this particular era. Reward the fans for actually watching the product, for actually watching the show. Right.
Facts.
So that's what I'm gonna go with there. For the WWE Women's Championship, I've called this match a Bentley versus a Chrysler 300. Not Bentley, my apologies. A Phantom versus a Chrysler 300. But right now, it looks like a Bentley and then a Phantom pulled up next to each other and said, "Let's race."
Charlotte Flair.
Tiffany Stratton.
Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair. Tiff ain't got it. Charlotte Flair.
I need Tiff to have it.
She ain't
I
got
need
it.
Tiff to have it solely to validate, like, nah, this girl's legit. Like, she is the one. Like, you can't build up Tiffany just to force feed her to Charlotte, because again, we know what Charlotte is. And I was having this conversation with my brother this weekend. I wish I could have taped it all and put it on the pod, but I can do it now. Can you tell me one Charlotte feud that did not involve a title?
Outside of my head, I can't.
Okay, cool. All right. So now, with that being said, that is the biggest flaw with Charlotte Flair.
It's not a feud without a title.
There's never a feud without a title. It always circles around a belt. Rhea circled around a belt. Becky circled around a belt. Sasha / Mercedes circled around a belt. Bayley circled around a belt.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I feel that if you want Charlotte to be Charlotte, like you want Charlotte to be legit, and actually have her not be shook by fans in Chicago or shook anywhere, the injury ain't enough. You coming back from injury ain't enough. I need to see you go up against somebody and actually climb, which I know is against the whole Flair, you know what I'm saying, mythology, because they're always at the front of the line because that's what it is. But people got endeared by Ric Flair being such a jackass, but he was a great jackass because he always engaged himself. Even if he didn't have a belt, he was always beefing with Sting. Always beefing with, you know what I'm saying, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Got to WWE. Of course, he was beefing with, you know what I'm saying, Macho Man Randy Savage. But that's after he had the title. Like the greatness of Flair, Rick, that is always tied to, even if I don't have the belt per se right now, and Dusty Rhodes got it, or you know what I'm saying, hell, eventually gonna get us to Magnum CA, but Magnum CA, you know, got in a car accident. Terry Funk coming to chase it, all these different things, is that it made it seem like, yes, I am an asshole, I am rich, and I'm the best wrestler in the world, but there's gravitas and I feel that shit. I like my wrestling just as much as I like my music. Like, just like Big Chris said, if I can't feel it in my soul, then I can't bump it. There's a lot about Charlotte Flair that, again, I feel, right? Like what she did today for Nikki, beautiful. Absolutely touching.
Yeah.
Absolutely touching, man.
That was dope.
That's Charlotte the Human. We're going to need Charlotte the Human and Charlotte Flair the character. They got to meet. There's got to be some psychological conversation, like kind of how Montez does that split persona thing on Instagram.
Right.
It's going to be that sort of thing there in order for people to really be like, oh, no, I can recognize your greatness.
Right.
So until then, I'm riding with Tiff. I'm riding with Tiff. I'm sorry.
No, that's real. That's real.
And mind you, I know Charlotte puts in the work. I know Charlotte puts on her boots when she get in that ring. But the desire for the character to get people to truly care, as opposed to some LOL Charlotte wins shit, which again is not her fault per se because of the prior regime, but it's so put in that you can't get away from it. So
no, you're absolutely correct. Yeah, you're absolutely correct with that.
I need Tiff to win that. All right. We've been talking about this since the inception of this pod. Jey Uso, Gunther, World Heavyweight title.
Yeet.
You know, I kept thinking to myself, like, yeah, Jey gonna win. But then I started pondering, what's the most interesting outcome for all parties involved, right? The most interesting outcome from Jey is to win this belt and then go on the entire summer carrying Raw, carrying Netflix. Before he gets eventually challenged by his cousin, because we know that's going to happen, right?
But what if the draft is coming up too?
Mm,
You gotta
mhm.
think about that.
Yeah, yeah. But I think the way it's going right now, I don't think Cody Rhodes, if he keeps the belt Sunday, is going to Raw. I think he's still staying on SmackDown.
That's fair.
However, if one Juan Cena,
What?
because he only shows up on Mondays now, and he's advertised to show up on the Monday after Mania, and it's on Netflix.
Yeah,
Who's also sponsoring Wale Mania.
facts.
I can see that one. But the reason why I say interesting outcome is because with Gunther retaining denies everybody their big super yeet at Allegiant Stadium, right? It validates him as a super killer heel and a super killer heel world champion.
It makes sense.
But the most interesting thing to me for Gunther is not him with the belt. It's him in the wilderness trying to figure out, what do I do now?
Yeah.
Because I calculated Sami Zayn, got beat. I recalibrated, figured my shit out when it came to Damian Priest, when it came to Finn Balor, did them both in, right? Did Damian in at SummerSlam and did him in a Survivor Series. Jey Uso different.
Yeah.
And after Jey, who's to say Big Cuz don't pull up on Gunther, see what he's talking about?
I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that. Oh, okay. So you picking Gunther?
No, I'm still picking Jey Uso. because I think the most interesting outcome from our friend Gunther is having to eventually go one-on-one with the tribal chief.
I'm here for it.
Give me that at SummerSlam, dog. Give me that.
Yeah,
that's worth the stadium. That's worth MetLife.
Well, you got in between. You still got Money in the Bank in between.
This is facts, but
yeah, you got Crown Jewel in between too.
Yeah. You got Backlash next month to St. Louis.
Absolutely.
Which I have an idea what that's the main event is going to be. Give me a second there. All right.
You hearing voices?
Oh, he's already on the promotional poster for it. I know I'm hearing voices on that end, brother. I know that's going to be. All right. We've been talking about this one for a good minute too. Seth, Roman, Punk, aka the who's leaving with Paul match. We just talked about it so much, dog. I'm literally starting to get a little bit bored with the concept of Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman walking out together as a swerve. But Mania is all about interesting moments and interesting swerves. And even though everything feels like it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, Seth and Paul, the boring aspects, the paint by numbers, the chalk aspect would be Paul leaving with Roman or Paul leaving with Punk.
Ethan Page wins the Fatal 4-Way.
Oh, I told you that one.
Yeah,
told you that one. It's gonna be him and Ricky Saints. That makes too much sense. So here's one. I don't think Paul is gonna do a Tyler Perry. I can do bad all by myself and quit everybody. I don't think he's gonna tell Roman Reigns to get your shit, and get gone, like waiting to exhale.
You raggedy bitch.
I don't think that's gonna happen, dog. I think what is going to be is the boring thing, because we've seen Paul break CM Punk's heart. We've seen Paul sort of break Roman's heart, but didn't fully commit to it. He gonna leave with Seth, and I better see a King Troy Paul Heyman suit on Monday, brother.
That's what I
need
want.
to see him drip the fuck out. I need
matching fits. I need matching fits.
I need this nigga Paul Heyman in a nasty boot or some shit.
Hey, listen, that shit.
Look, Paul gonna be so cool. He gonna dye the hair back black again, dog. He ain't gonna be because again, when his hair gray, I mean he's stressed.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. I would love for Seth to win. I don't think Punk is winning. I would love for Roman to win. But I will say this. Let's go with Roman winning. The Tribal Chief has looked like the worst. Like, they've been beating the shit out of the Tribal Chief in the past couple of weeks when he shows up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go Tribal Chief. I'm going to go Tribal Chief.
I got Seth winning as a 10-year-old to the highest of the century.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with Seth winning, but I just think with WWE booking, just trying to swerve Triple H being his bag, I'm gonna go with the Tribal Chief.
All right, that's cool. That's cool. All right, all right. We're on a Sunday.
The next night.
AJ
okay.
Next night. Brought to you live by Sunglasses, Advil, a Red Bull, and a couple 101s thrown all over the place.
And it's 420.
And he is risen 420. AJ Styles, Logan Paul. Okay, thank you. Same thing. All right. Sin City Street Fight. Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre.
I got with Drew.
I got Dame. Priest. I love it sound like Dame. Sound like Dame Grease. Shot DMX.
Right.
Fatal 4-way Intercontinental title match. We got Braun Breaker, Dominic Mysterio, Penta, and Finn Balor.
Dirty Dom.
I feel like if Dom wins, it starts the slow descension of the Judgment Day. And also Liv gonna be doing her good instigating. I want that. It seems like that feels like the more interesting outcome to me. That's what I'm thinking with Mania. I need more interesting outcomes because again,
Dirty Dom.
Because Mania to me is always the season finale of TV.
Mm-hmm.
And last year felt like, you know what I'm saying, the end of a saga, if you will. So, you know, I gotta go Dirty Dom there. Okay. The women's tag team championships, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Bayley and the women's intercontinental champion, Lara Valkyria.
Big back and Liv.
I'm not gonna do the post in the back because I'm on camera.
Yeah, big back and Liv.
All right, cool. The intriguing match of the women's world championship triple threat: Io Sky, Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair.
Hold on, for camera.
5.
Oh, Bianca.
Big Binky gang. All right, so you're saying Bianca's walking away with it.
Absolutely 5-0.
All right, and lastly, the main event for the undisputed WWE Championship: Sir Cody Devontae Rhodes versus John Cena.
17 wins, even though it's pains me to see it and say it. Cena only his 17th title.
All right. And that leads me to say the main event of Backlash in St. Louis, Missouri is Randall Keith Orton versus John Cena for the undisputed WWE title.
We got to run that back and see that again. Yes.
Because the entire summer for the WWE Championship, for Cena's quote-unquote last dance, it's him versus a rogues gallery of all his favorite foes that are still employed by the company.
Facts.
That's the most interesting way to go about this. Like Cody Rhodes, Year 2 WWE champion, and Mimi, you probably enjoy the hell out of me saying this. We hit a peak. Like, I don't know who else outside of the only other person that Cody can face for this belt is Randy Orton.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not gonna get no better. It's not like you got a bloodline to go fend off again. It's not like Seth is gonna jump over. Like, I'm sorry, Randy and CM Punk. Those are the only two.
Yeah.
Those are the only two. And it's cool, but there's like they feel like they're gonna hit the same beat. Like, yo, I respect you. I respect your daddy. I respect how you got in this game. I respect the fact that you and I, in case of Punk and Cody Rhodes, we both left. Then we came back. And now look at us on top. Man, get the fuck out of here, dog. Like, we know that. We know that. I don't even want to be disrespectful about it. We know it. 1000% know it. Therefore, you give me John Cena versus a quote unquote rogues gallery, a la a bunch of people going to Arkham to go beat up Batman and finally get they one.
We good.
It's too perfect. Too perfect. By the way, before we get into two things, because we already went through Mania etiquette, by the way. Two things, and this is not even on the card, so you ain't gotta pull up no
you sure
for it. So ESPN had a list of John Cena's most memorable WrestleMania matches. Did you see this before I go ahead and read this off?
No, I did not.
Okay. All right. So these 10 matches are John Cena's most memorable matches at WrestleMania. Number 10, it's Austin Theory at WrestleMania 39 for the U.S. title.
Why?
Number 9 is versus Big Show at WrestleMania 20 for the United States title.
Okay.
Number 8 is versus JBL for the WWE title at WrestleMania 21.
That's my favorite.
Okay. You got number 7, which is versus Rusev for the United States Championship at WrestleMania 31.
Okay.
You got number 6, The Miz at WrestleMania 27 for the WWE Championship.
Shit, no.
Number 5 is Triple H at WrestleMania 22 for the WWE Championship.
I'm okay with that one.
Number 4 is Bray Wyatt, the Firefly Funhouse match at WrestleMania 36.
That's a good one.
Number 3 is versus Randy Orton and Triple H at WrestleMania 24.
I'm okay with that one.
Number 2 is technically a tie because it involves The Rock at both WrestleMania 28 and 29.
Okay.
And number 1 is John Cena versus Shawn Michaels for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 23.
I don't put that one above him and JBL.
In terms of memorable,
because that's him and JBL. That's when he won his first world title.
Yeah, so it was a short match though. They had a better match next month.
Yeah, him and Sean was cool, but it was more so Sean carrying him for that whole match.
Yeah, then the 1 hour match they had in London was even more of a slap too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you can't do that. You gotta go with the expectations and the end result, not the quality of match when it comes to John Cena. Because Cody Rhodes wasn't wrong when he said you can't wrestle. He's pretty much
okay. Yeah. I got one more. One more for you, right? So WWE, pretty sure you've been paying attention, has been releasing their list of the 50 greatest WrestleMania matches of all time, right? Have you seen this on YouTube?
Yes, I have.
All right. I'll give it to you like this. I have literally been watching some of the matches just to kind of relive some shit. So I will tell you this now, right? You want me to go I'll go 10 through 1. Because I'm not going through a whole 50. We've been here all day anyway.
Shit no.
I'm not going through all 50. I'm going through all right. So number 10 is the Ronda Rousey, Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch triple threat match at WrestleMania 35.
Okay.
Mind you, number 11 was the Bret Owen opener WrestleMania 10. That's number 11.
Owen Hart's my favorite Hurt.
Number 9 was Ultimate Warrior Randy Savage, their retirement match at WrestleMania 7.
No.
Number 8 is Terry versus Andre the Giant, the WWE title match at WrestleMania 3.
No.
That's 8. 7 is the Dudleys, the Hardys, Edge and Christian, TLC 2.
Yes.
At Mania 17. Number 6, we were there for this. Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, undisputed WWE title match at WrestleMania 40.
I'll take it.
That's 6. 5 is Rock, Stone Cold, WrestleMania 17, WWE title match.
I'll take it.
That is 5. All right. I will ask you this real quick. What do you think the other 4 are going to be?
We got Shawn and Brett Iron Man match with Austin and Brett 13.
Mm-hmm.
Let me think. We'll go Shawn and Taker 1,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll go Triple H, the end of the era, and Taker.
Okay, so those are your 4 picks. Okay.
Yes.
All right, I will reveal the 4 because number 1 is pretty much a given now. Number 4 is Randy Savage versus Ricky Steamboat for the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania 3.
I'll take that.
Number 3 is The Rock versus Terry at WrestleMania 18.
That was a decent match. That was for the hype. I'm with it.
It's number 3.
And I'm not a Terry fan.
Number 2, and you referenced this when your guesses. It's the Bret Hart, Stone Cold Steve Austin submission match at WrestleMania 13.
That was my jam.
That is to say that the greatest match in WrestleMania history, when they reveal it tomorrow around 10 a.m., is Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker at
That's
WrestleMania
my favorite.
25.
That's my favorite match of all time. So I get it.
I was there with my brother and the woman I was dating at the time. And quite possibly it was like, you know what? When I asked him, like, you sure you don't want to go to Mania this year? He was like, dog, I saw the greatest match of all time at Mania. I don't need I saw Wrestling Nirvana. I'm good. Like, I'm good.
Yeah, that's real, bro. Like, I watched that shit like live. That shit was crazy as hell. That shit that match was the one match with the fault that created the false finishes.
The real false finishes, exactly.
Yeah.
So there goes your 2 lists, right? Go your 2 lists. All right, because we alluded to it a little bit earlier, involving both Street Profits, who are not on the Mania card, but they are on WrestleMania Friday, defending their well-earned WWE Tag Team titles versus Motor City Machine Guns, and War Raiders and New Day are on the Mania card on Mania Saturday. Which of them 2 matches deserve to be? I mean, which one of them 2 matches actually deserve to be on Mania proper?
It depends on what you're looking for. So for me, I'm looking for quality of wrestling, and which I think the Street Profits and the Motor City Machine Guns offer. But if you're looking at spots and popularity, you're gonna go with, the War Raiders and New Day. So because the WrestleMania is the biggest spectacle, then you're gonna go with the New Day and the War Raiders.
Okay. I agree. And here's the reason why, right? One, not everybody's making the Mania card. Because if everybody made the Mania card, they'd have a pre-show again.
Fact.
And thank God they don't have a pre-show. That's why
a pre-show with 2 nights is insane.
Insanity. And this is what goes back to my other problem I talked about last episode. The WWE has way too many people are over with the crowd, which is a good problem to have. But here's what happens.
That's why I said you have another show where you put their asses on NXT with a bunch of shit.
So for those who complain about representation, you only do it when it comes to, oh, why is such and such not in the car? Oh, why are you're counting dots? You don't really care about representation, because if you really cared about representation, this would not be a, hey, who's on the card situation, and it'd be more along the lines of, hey, see who's actually like resonating with your audience. Why not push them?
Facts.
But I digress. We'll be here all day with that, so I don't even don't even care about it. So yeah, so I agree with you. I think that what the New Day have done, again, because they are getting over the fact that they are heels, and there's a little bit more juice beyond the fact that, like, oh, we're heels, right? Because there's a whole Big E situation versus the Profits, who, through no fault of their own whatsoever, are kind of stuck in a little situation because their dance partners, they all been built up. And thankfully, they were
Mhm.
like, yo, we're not doing a multi-man match for the tag titles in Mania this year. We did
Right.
last year to separate them belts.
Yeah, we did it before. We're not gonna do it again.
Exactly. Exactly. So sometimes it's just, it's just terrible consequences, man. Like I wish Karrion Cross had played a larger role in this Mania, but he kind of did.
Listen,
If you look at
that
AJ Styles
man,
versus Logan
that
Paul and what he did Monday night versus AJ,
that man deserves his flowers. Like Carrie been cooking. Like
that he
even if he
has.
just been chit chatting on the sidebar type shit. Like let that
Mm-hmm.
man host or something, or let him be on the broadcast cost, like or the pregame joint or whatever. Let that man cook. He got his little soft and silky beauty supply store perm and all that. Like let
Yep,
that
and went
man
and got some tights
yeah.
just like
Got
AJ's in
his
Vegas. Yeah.
just for me. He
Oh,
got this shit going. Like for real.
oh
That man,
shit.
that man been cooking.
Oh god. Real quick, D. Real quick. Outside of Ashe, outside of Hills Have Eyes, are there any shows in Vegas that you're looking forward to seeing? And Wale
No,
Mania doesn't really count.
no, no. I mean, because those are the ones I'm looking at. Like to be honest with you, from my standpoint, it's only a certain. It's so much going on at one time. Like it's. I'll say this. Let me backtrack. In past years, the
Mm-hmm.
one show that I would look forward to going to outside of any WWE shows would have been Supercard of Honor with Ring of Honor. But
Mm-hmm.
because Ring of Honor has been on what they've been on, like it hasn't lived up to past moments. Like, let's be clear, we've seen Jay Lethal win his first Ring of Honor title against Jay Briscoe at Supercard of Honor. Like, we've
Facts.
seen some historic shit go on, but because they don't want to move in the same situation
Mm-hmm.
as WWE, then that's what it is. But that's why I said no. Ashe and Hills Have Eyes will be the top two. Cuz talking about going to Micromania, but I'd rather see my kids fight for real, because they taller than them.
I think that Ashe and Hills Have Eyes kind of have the most like attention, so to
Yeah.
speak. Ashe is pretty much because it's the first show to like kind of kick off Mania week if you're not already in
Right,
Vegas,
right,
and they've been
right,
building something very beautiful and special over there.
right,
And also Hills Have Eyes has arguably the greatest collective of indie talent all competing in one particular venue.
right.
Do I wish that it did not go on at damn near midnight? Yes.
Is that what time is going on?
I sent you the link about it.
That's ass. Yeah, I
I
definitely ain't gonna be
sent you the link.
watching. I definitely ain't be watching Stand and Deliver slash Takeover.
I sent you the link. It's Friday, April the 18th at 11:59 p.m. Which I'm not sure if that's 11:59 p.m. Eastern.
Eastern Standard Time. If that's Eastern, then that's 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
That time.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But
But
hold up though. But look at the cars though. Like look at the cars. Like so for Ashe, bro, bro, look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at this shit.
I see it. I see it.
I need
I had
everybody
to,
else to see this shit too.
I had to move my face just to make sure it worked a little bit.
No,
But
no,
yeah,
no. Let's look at that. Bro, Team Lockhart and Team Carter. Shout out to Darius Carter and shout out to Darius Lockhart. Yo, like this gonna be a hell of a show.
mm-hmm,
We'll get there when we get there, but this gonna be a hell of a show. That's a lot of rep. You want to talk about? Everybody want to talk about representation. Go to
mm-hmm,
this damn show right here. You want to talk about the street profits doing whatever, whatever? Look at this shit. Like, look at all these black folks that's actually gonna do what they do and
exactly,
enjoy it. Buy a ticket, man. Like you want
exactly,
to complain about representation, do something about it and go to another show that's with a bunch of black folks. You feel
exactly.
me?
Yeah, I got it.
Like,
Hey
what we
man,
doing?
I hear you. I hear
What we
you.
doing?
I hear you. I hear you. I mean, I wish that our good friends at Hills Have Eyes had the whole car like together. But I mean, look, they got must say Westside Gun is debuting the flyweight title, which is basically his like snakeskin version of the $1 million belt in a 20-man battle royal. You got
I think the only thing I'm looking forward to for real, I'm eager to see the Hardys Open Challenge.
That, and I'm also eager to see Zilla Fatu defend the fourth world title belt. Apparently, it's a steel cage match. I heard.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Shout out to Houston, Texas. Shout out to Zilla, by the way. He regained his reality wrestling world title this past weekend, and also apparently their brother's over 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. See, we can shout people out. We can shout people out, man.
Yeah, for sure.
And while shouting people out, we can also just be, just a little grimy on some people. We have to, flash on some people that be talking shit or been doing the most in totality. And so on a Tuesday night, in our longest episode ever, D, hit the button, man. You know what this is. Hey. That's right. It's time for Hater of the Week, where me and my team co-hosts get some things off our chest, point out people, entities. It's ultimate entities in D's case that have literally dropped the ball and made the world a less happier place. Like, I wouldn't ask people how to get to Sesame Street because they'll tell me some bullshit, and I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't. Definitely don't. So, because I went off last week about the concepts of enchiladas and coitus, D, I'm gonna go first this week.
That's fine. Go ahead, do your thing.
Go first this week. So my hater of the week, or even something I'm just literally just pointing out, man. So today is Jackie Robinson Day in Major League Baseball, right? On this date, April 15, 1947, Jack Roosevelt Robinson broke the color barrier in Major League Baseball. I feel like this year more than ever, it felt like people just decided to throw on the 42 jersey and the 42 patch and just go on about their day, as opposed to actually looking up what Jackie Robinson means and meant to people and actually what he did and stood for. Because what happened with his name and his legacy being tentatively, but briefly erased for his military contributions from the Department of Defense, is a slap in the face of everything Jackie Robinson stood for and continues to stand for. In eternity. So to deny that legacy is one thing, and to just be Jack Robinson, if nothing else, he was not scared. He was stressed beyond belief to the point he died of a heart attack in his early 50s. But he wasn't scared. He carried all that burden. The reason why he was selected to break the color barrier is because Branch Rickey understood he had the gumption and resolve to do that shit. So again, for people who are disrespecting, discrediting, and basically soft shoeing and soft toeing around Jackie Robinson, like the real Jackie Robinson and not the porcelain we just gonna throw the jersey on. Right. You're my hater of the week. Like, actually read up on Jackie Robinson. Stand up in the ethos of Jackie Robinson. Also, this ain't even a hater. This is more like, this is what your ass get of the week. So, Ohio State, much like the Dodgers, visited the White House, celebrate their title. Still feel a way about the Dodgers giving boilerplate answers about showing up to the White House, and dude occupying it is basically trying to get rid of all the black greatness that has existed in this country. The black greatness, female greatness, people of color greatness, LGBTQ plus community greatness, all that. So when Ohio State pulls up, Ohio State has the the college football championship national trophy. They have the playoff national championship trophy. And Mr. Couch holds the trophy. And basically, if you're a real Ohio State fan, this should be like the greatest moment of your life. You get to touch the national championship trophy.
Yeah.
And that goofy broad fumbled that shit like he was motherfucking.
Goofy broad.
He fumbled that shit like he was a member of the Washington Commanders in the NFC Championship game. Brother, the damn thing, it comes in two parts anyway.
Oh, I synced it.
You hold the base down, dog. You hold it down and you lift it up and you lift it aloft in the air.
That's how you could tell he ain't never won nothing before.
All this shit was given to him, dog. He's a fail up all-star, dog. That's what he's a fail up all-star. So was I glad to see him fumble that damn trophy?
Absolutely.
Yes, so absolutely. I was glad because again, it's just a representation of not only his fandom, if you will. I don't care if he attended the university or not. You ain't must say you're not fumbling. Look, on Earth 2, you know who wouldn't fumble that trophy? Tim Walz would have never fumbled that damn trophy.
Negative.
Never fumbled that trophy.
Negative.
But it's because you ain't won nothing in your life. You don't know what that feels like
at all.
Sometimes you be winning shit because of default. There ain't no real victory neither, nigga.
You ain't running no real ass dude. You just like to hang around
him. Just like old buddy?
Yeah.
Just like
right. Yeah.
Making sure making sure you was keeping that same.
I just hope I don't run into old buddy.
I doubt it.
Oh no, it's a big possibility. My biggest hater of the week. I got two, just like you. The first one is Ime Udoka.
Why is my head coaching this shit, dog? My head coaching.
Because I'm about to tell you. Because a couple of days ago, maybe a week or two ago, he went up against Steph Curry in the Golden State Warriors and sitting there talking shit like he was on the fucking court. Now, Steph Curry tips off at 10 o'clock tonight against the Memphis Grizzlies. Shall he make it out of that game at the 7th seed? He got to see Ime Udoka and the Houston Rockets again. No disrespect. Listen, I love Crash Out Brooks. That's my man. I love Dre's baby daddy. Young and nice. But his coach is ass. Because, I mean, still talking shit and you fumbled Nia Long? How you fumble Nia Long? She's the sweetest person ever. I'm just being real. That's
continue. I continue.
But then also too, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna speak into the future. All you funky ass motherfuckers that's about to show up in Vegas. I swear to God, if you motherfuckers pull up and you sitting next to me on a fucking plane and you stink and you say, hey, I'm going to WrestleMania, I'm gonna say, hey, I'm going to another seat. Because my nose is sensitive like a pregnant woman. And what's not going to happen is you're going to be smelling like old bus seats next to me on a plane as I start my vacation. What we're not going to do is that. Please, I understand that it's going to be hot. It's going to be, you might have to reapply some deodorant. Like, B already know. B probably go back to the room and take another shower. You know what I'm saying? Like, we going to be straight. You motherfuckers, don't pull them to your hotel from Stand and Deliver and say, hey, I'm about to go to Mania. I'm about to sit here and whatever the fuck funk I was in at Stand and Deliver. And then you pull up to night one smelling like whatever. No. So I'm speaking of fruition. You dab me, hey, D, yeah, 2DopeMarks, B, 2DopeMarks, dab us up. If I get a whiff of your difference accent, Then I'll be like, you know what? No pun intended. Like, all jokes aside, wash your ass. I'm just being real. And if B give me that look, like he ain't wash his ass, that's my cue to say, wash your ass. You know what?
Yeah.
I on Amazon, like literally, I ordered the 3-pack of Degree deodorants. They came to the travel size. I'm gonna keep one in my pocket just in case a motherfucker don't wash their ass. Ask me for it. I'm not gonna shame you. I'm like, yeah, you stink. Wash your underarms, wash your meat and potatoes, and for you ladies, wash whatever you got behind your ears and your neck, all that. So y'all gonna be my haters of the week for 2 weeks because if I had to come back here next Thursday and talk about how much ass y'all smell like, then it's gonna be an issue. I'd rather go to Mania without that shit. For real. For real. I might want to eat me a Glock, you know what I'm saying? Get me some nachos or some shit at a show. And if you smell like booty butt cheeks, don't fuck up my meal. For real. No fuck up my meal. So y'all will be my haters of the week.
Oh gosh. Actually, no, I got one more. I know I passed the baton to you. I'm sorry. I got one more. It's Nico Harris to the Dallas Mavericks stuff.
Bruh.
So Nico Harrison in his second comments that he's made since, trading Luka Doncic had a closed door meeting with the media. No cameras. You can only use like your regular recorders, right? Like some old school reporting stuff. Do you know that the CEO of the Mavericks, Rick Welts is his name, compared the Luka Doncic to the Warriors trading Monta Ellis to the Bucks for Andrew Bogut. Yeah. You heard
I'm trying to ask the right question there. So is fentanyl legal in Texas? Like for real, like no, I'm being realistic. What does that mean? That doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't know.
What?
Yeah.
All right, man. I'm out.
Look, hey man, look. At one point, I'm gonna read you a quote. It's basically, hey, Luka Doncic was gonna sign a supermax, right? And he goes like, "There's no guarantee he would have done it." I'm like, "Dog, did you not see this man with the quivering lip tears when they showed his tribute video last Wednesday?"
That nigga just want to leave.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
What?
That is okay. I know we did this before. We were like, "Yo, what is the equivalent? What's the wrestling equivalent of trading Luka Doncic?" Right? And every day, I keep losing it. I keep losing what the possible right answer would be. Cause ain't none.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan for Scott Hall.
You know, I usually try to kick me off the pod. I'm gonna kick you. No, dog. Shut it down, dog. You just called Anthony Davis Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yeah. That man get hurt on 2K. He get hurt in real life. And I'm an Anthony Davis fan. He went to Kentucky. You know how much I love Kentucky.
I know, and he had arguably the top 3 greatest freshman season ever. I'm aware. Yes. But damn.
That's no, that man, no. And that the best ability is availability. We know this.
These is facts, man. These is facts. So
that man was hurt longer. That man be hurt more than Grant Hill with that ankle.
See, that one still break my heart, dog. That one still break my heart.
Drink Sprite too. I loved it. And he's from the area.
That one break my heart.
So,
Grant Hill Grant Hill is the dude that made me a Duke fan. To be honest with you, like I don't care about none of the other Anglo Saxons that was on that team. I don't care about Christian Laettner. I don't care about Cherokee Parks. I don't care about Bobby
Fuck
Hurley.
Christian Laettner.
Grant Hill is my man's. Grant Hill and Coach K95 on Sega Genesis. That's how we got here, dog.
He's not the greatest Dookie though.
I didn't say he was. I just said when I was of 8, when I was coming up, Grant Hill was cold as hell.
He was.
And
It
that's
broke
the
my
one
heart that he came from here and went there. Could have went to Maryland. He could have been a turd.
He could have, but
he could have been a Hoya with John Thompson.
Yeah, but John thing was if we got cold bigs, it'll be straight. Like we got Pat, we had Deke, we had Zoe. But I'm also pretty sure. But hold on, let me think about this.
You also had you had Victor Page, you had Allen Iverson.
Yeah, that's I'm talking about in the era though. I'm talking about in the era. If you talking about, but again, that would have been a nasty little situation. You had Zoe at the 5 and then Grant at the 3.
Yes.
That would have been kind of nice.
Yes, and guess who was coming right behind that? AI. He was coming right behind that a season later.
After Allen got out of his situation.
Yeah.
After he got out of the situation. But that's basketball with us, man. That's basketball with us. But D, are we ready for these flights, dog? Are we ready to go cross country to?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Take this in.
You
ready?
I'm hyped. I'm hyped, bro. Like I'm
I
ready.
said, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, for the thousands in attendance, the millions watching at home and around the world. This has been the 2DopeMarks on a Tuesday, a little special program for y'all. Again, like us, follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram at 2DopeMarks. Like us, rate us, review us. Give us 5 stars on your favorite streaming platforms. We will be back next week on a Thursday, recapping Mania.
Mm-hmm.
We will also be detailing our experiences in Vegas, and we will more than likely be sharing a Who the Fuck Was Musty story or 3. Because, again, I gave y'all the weather report. Coming into this thing, all you got to do is just be prepared. Wear a hoodie if you need to wear a hoodie. Wear plenty damn deodorant. Understand what that soap is hitting on, bruh. And that CarMax. Don't be trying to talk and do your interviews or do all your vlogging content.
Like striking a match.
Yeah, don't need that. Don't look like Pookie and New Jack, dog.
Not at all.
Don't do that. Don't do that, man. But again, you can follow me. Not necessarily myself on Twitter. I'll be all around. I'll be kicking it. You know what I mean? @_Brando C. Follow me on Blue Sky. Brando C. Blue Sky social. On Instagram at Brando C. Yeah, that's about right. You can follow D on all of his social platforms. At No One Like D. Instagram has all the periods in it, but
yeah,
Twitter has no periods. No One Like D.
I don't have no
as you see in the ticker below. Again, our schedule is pretty much we're gonna be at Ashe Thursday. We are gonna be at Wale Mania Thursday night. We will probably be at Hills Have Eyes after a nap or two because boys gotta catch up on. Boys gotta catch up and get reacclimated to that time difference.
Yeah.
Just saying. And have a happy, safe, blessed Mania weekend. If you pull up to Vegas, if you watch from the crib, have some libations, bring some friends over, enjoy the festival that is wrestling for Mania week. Shout out Megan Thee Stallion at Coachella, because boy. Yes. Shout out Samantha the Bomb, her new single, because boy.
Oh, indeed.
And I said my nice things for the people. D, Say something nice to the people.
Be safe. Don't do nothing stupid. Enjoy Mania. Chill with your folks. Have fun.
And wash your ass up. See y'all next week, dog.